People? Welcome to another Emotion Football live stream. My name is Alam, and today we have the AFC West. This is the seventh division that we're covering, I think. So we're going to finish up the series next Sunday. Shout out to everybody in here. General says, "What in the Schefter is going on? What happened with Schefter?" Let me know. Also, give Bam a UFC title fight now. Landed more punches than Connor. No, I hear that for sure. Somebody came into my chat yesterday and asked like, "Who won the fight? Do you think?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you asking me?" One of the guys' names is Bam, and the other guy's Tyler Hero. But yeah, we're gonna get right into it, people. For everybody that's tapped into this series thus far, you know the drill. We're gonna go team by team, break down kind of like what's changed so far this offseason, what you can expect to go right, what you can expect to go wrong. If they hit their best case scenario, what's gonna cause that? If they hit their worst case scenario, what's gonna be the reason for that? And as Peter says, run the likes up. I got my guy Peter with me. What's going on, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's been crazy since we last talked with like World Cup stuff.
Oh, dude, been World Cup. My homie from the UK was here. I have a new. I live in a new spot now.
Oh
It's
hell yeah!
completely different. So yeah, man, it's good.
Yo, that first fridge tour with the new fridge is gonna go crazy.
There's honestly not much in it. Like if I give you a tour, it's gonna look mad empty.
Oh, okay. I mean, whenever it gets to the point where you're ready to give the tour, the community will be waiting.
Hey, we will. I'll be on stream cooking it up one night. We will be there.
Hell yeah. General says it's coming home, not saying where, so I have a 50-50 chance Chargers or England. That's nasty, bro. Putting the Chargers in that conversation is nasty.
Yeah, God bless.
But yeah, we'll start with the Broncos. It's the first team I have queued up. So the interesting thing about the Broncos is that this team is almost not changed, right? So again, free agents / trades in yellow, draft picks in purple. If you look at starters and backups, this is just the same team as last year with a third round pick in the trenches defensively, a fourth round pick in the trenches offensively, and Jalen Waddle. So my big takeaway about this team is that like probably was a healthy quarterback away from getting to the Super Bowl. But you know, if you come back the exact same team with basically the exact same coaching staff, my only concern would be like, is it going to be more difficult to replicate what you did last year because there's a whole season of tape to go off of, and the big change is Jalen Waddle. So defensively, I expect them to still be good. Like this, I don't see this team dropping off. I just don't know necessarily if they can get better than what they were last year. Jalen Waddle is going to help. I don't know if Bo Nix is the quarterback to get the most out of a player like Jalen Waddle. So, in theory, what Jalen Waddle is supposed to be is like a field stretcher and somebody who can get the ball to a whole bunch of different ways. I don't know if Bo Nix can necessarily make it so that he's the field stretcher that he could be. Obviously, he was productive with Tua. He was also the second wide receiver in that offense. So my thing about what could happen if Jalen Waddle is a good field stretcher is I think it could open up the offense for everybody else because they didn't necessarily have a deep threat last year. Cortland Sutton is more of like a big physical receiver, somebody to make contested catches. I do like the compliment that they got for that receiver, but no, my big thing for them is just that there's a chance that Jalen Waddle doesn't impact the offense the way he should if Bo Nix doesn't kind of live up to what the new expectation is going to be in the offense. But yeah, I think like everything comes down to that on the offensive side of the ball.
Do you think like Bo Nix can't throw the ball deep? Basically, is that kind of what this boils down to?
I just don't think he's ever really been a volume thrower down the field like that. Like in college, you saw a lot of throwing near the line of scrimmage. I think so far in the NFL, you've seen a lot of playing it safe. And it's hard to say, well, it's just not really possible to say if somebody didn't do something, it's because they can't or because they were just asked not to. So this is going to be the season where we learned. But no, I said like he has arm strength from the standpoint of like just looking at him throw a deep ball. It's just whether he's going to be an accurate enough of a thrower or not. Okay, again, you have to ask at Oregon. I think his average depth of target was like 2 yards, 3 yards. You have to ask why is that the case. So yeah, we're going to see next year. But if he doesn't get the most out of Jalen Waddle, then you can expect this team to kind of just be what they were last year.
I
Nothing
mean,
except
shit, that would be good for them, dude. I'm looking at the schedule.
no.
I'm
This
looking up until the bye week, and it's not looking great, boys.
nothing changed of this team except J.K. Dobbins saying fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't even know what we're supposed to say to that, bro. I'm not going to really look into the context because I don't want to put J.K. Dobbins likes kids in my Google.
Yeah, that's not good for the algorithm.
Yeah, we're just not even going to go there, bro.
Yeah. But no, I think this team could probably be the 1 seed. I just don't know what that means in this AFC. You know, like I think we talked about it when it came to Houston.
I don't think they'll be the 1 seed, dude.
Is the schedule like that?
Yeah.
Oof. Okay.
I'm going to read it to you right now.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to read you the first 9 weeks. At Kansas City, home against Jacksonville and the Rams. At San Fran, at the Chargers, at home against Seattle, at Arizona, versus Kansas City, and at Carolina.
Yeah. See, this is the thing that I don't know. I think that as an offense or even as a football team, they're built to win a lot of games by playing defense and running the ball, considering the quarterback that they have.
Their last 3 games are at home versus Buffalo, at New England, and at home versus the Chargers.
Damn, it's tough to start the year and end the year.
The middle is after the bye, it's versus the Raiders, at the Steelers, versus the Dolphins, at the Jets, and at the Raiders. So, like, I could see them getting 4 wins in, like, a 5-game span there pretty easily.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, the schedule, the way it ends and the way it starts is kind of crazy. I don't know. It's just there's so many games, I think, when they come down to it, we're going to view them as 50-50 games.
Yeah.
That, like, I could see them just going through a season and being 11-6, not because they're bad.
Yeah.
But just, like, this has to be one of the more difficult schedules I've seen.
No, that
and
makes
if you're 11-6, I just don't think you're going to be a 1 seed, dude.
No, for sure. Yeah, like, come to think of it, if you're competing for the 1 seed, you have to keep your division in mind. And they're in a division where there's, like, probably only one layup. And there's teams out there in easier divisions. But no, like, their defense should be good. Like, there's no reason for them to all of a sudden fall back down to earth. They have an edge rusher with some legal issues, but, you know, this is the NFL. They're going to do what they can.
Join the club.
Yep. So, yeah, it should be a good defense. It should be a good offensive line. Their running game should be effective. Although, again, I feel like they could be like their window to being a really good team, or their path to being a really good team to me is them getting a really good running back and having a dominant running game. J.K. Dobbins and the young backs that they have behind him are going to make it like you can have a functional running game. But I don't know. I don't think Jalen Waddle is going to like make them a contender all of a sudden the way a great running back could have.
No, of course. The thing is, like, people have been gambling on J.K. Dobbins' like health basically since he was drafted in 2020.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't quite like worked out. I don't know. But I mean, he signed a 2-year extension with the Broncos. Like, I hope it works out. Yeah. I think he's good enough to be a running back 1. I just don't know. Like, I just don't think he'll be out there for 16 games.
Yeah, that's not his history.
Yeah, there's not like much where you're like, oh yeah, like he had his first year was actually his healthiest year.
Yeah,
because he just had COVID. So his first year was his healthiest year. Mind you, every year 2021 and afterwards went to 17 games. He had an ACL injury, so he missed the whole season. Then he missed 7 weeks with the knee. He missed 17 weeks with an Achilles. He missed 4 weeks with the knee with the Chargers. And he missed 7 or 8 weeks with a foot injury with the Broncos last year. So if you look at his stats for last year, he had like 700-something yards in 10 games.
Yeah.
Like, he could be 1,000-yard rusher.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I just haven't seen him really stay healthy while he's getting the volume to be like, yeah, he's definitely a 1,000-yard rusher. So for me to take that bet, I don't know. But I guess, like, dude, they get halfway through the season, they can trade for a running back or something if they want it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure exactly who's on the market, but if I was Denver, like to me, that's the needle moving.
I'm just saying, like, surely there'll be a running back on a kind of bad team that's willing to sell at the trade deadline in the NFL. It's not that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. I think there's going to be a point in like it's not going to apply to Denver here, but there's a few running backs that got paid recently where I'm like, I don't think you're seeing out the end of the deal on that team. Devon A-Chain in Miami, man. We'll see about that.
Yeah, so the trade deadline is actually after week 9 here in the league.
Yeah.
That's going to be on their bye week anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like we'll see again how the Jalen Waddle things move changes things. But other than that, you saw this team last year, and you can expect more of the same. I got Caden.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Caden, hey, real quick, no introduction. What are your thoughts on the Broncos?
I mean, if I have to narrow it down, I'd probably say, is Bo Nix coming back? Right, Bo Nix is coming
hell
back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think he's healthy. Hold on.
Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah, because if he's coming back, then they might be kind of a little bit better than they were last year.
I'm curious, did I miss something?
No, he had the surgery on his foot or whatever after the season, right?
Yeah, good news about Bo Nix after recent updates. Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, I think they'll be maybe a little bit better than they were last year when he comes back. Because, I mean, I forget his name, but the quarterback that started for the AFC Championship. Stidham. Yeah, I mean, like, if
that's a criminal.
Fraud, complete fraud.
Yeah. But, I mean, if Bo Nix didn't get hurt, they could have had a chance to win the Super Bowl last year, so.
How would they have fared against Seattle, I wonder? I think Seattle would have won still.
Yeah, but I mean, they would have been better
probably
than New England.
But they would have fared better than the Patriots did.
Oh yeah. Easily,
better
man. Patriots. That run was crazy. That run. I think during Wednesday Night Football, the opening game, Patriots Seattle, we'll harken back to how wild that run was.
Their playoff run?
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude! Look at the quarterbacks they got to play, and look at how many turnovers they got.
Bro, Herbert, Stroud just serving up 4+ turnovers a game. Then Jarrett Stidham not really wanting to throw the ball down the field.
I still maintain, like, as satanic as Jarrett Stidham was,
yeah,
if Sean Payton kicks that field goal to go up 10-0,
yeah,
I don't think they lose.
No, that was it's like I don't know if Sean Payton like was unclear about the weather situation or not, but like, did he know that was his last chance to get points the entire rest of the way?
To me, dude, the weather turning shit in like 10 minutes doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you're up one possession and you have all the momentum in that sort of scenario, like, I understand analytics are there and they exist, right? But like, I've never been a fan of somebody trying to go for a knockout punch in a football game specifically when you have all the momentum.
Yeah.
And there's just no reason, like, especially when you're in a situation where you have a backup quarterback and you're already winning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, just take the points. Even if, so 10 points, sure. You might now need one more drive to get into the field position to score your 13 points or whatever you need.
Yeah.
So and basically, as long as your defense doesn't give up 2 touchdowns, you're good.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, they had 2 chances and then they just blew it.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
But whatever.
For sure. We'll go through the Broncos win-loss at the end, but the next team we got in this division is the Chiefs. There's a lot of change on the Chiefs. And then there's obviously the question of when Mahomes is going to be back. And it's not even a matter to me about like when can he be back? It's like when should he be back? Because I don't think that given that this is your franchise quarterback for a long time, if he can come back a couple weeks early, I don't think he should. So when it comes to their record and the idea of them winning a division, you kind of have to factor the fact that we might see some Justin Fields ball. So yeah, there's the question marks of Mahomes. When is he going to play? Rashee Rice was rehabbing a knee injury in jail. So I don't know how that impacts rehabs or knee injuries, but
Probably not helpful.
probably not helpful, right? So you have some injury question marks at key parts of the offense. Obviously, the big thing for them is that they got Kenneth Walker in the backfield, so they have probably their best running back since Kareem Hunt back there. Offensively, I think the big thing for me is that they didn't do much to the offensive line. And when I say not much, I mean their biggest addition is an undrafted free agent. So I don't think this line played well enough to have this have been like their only addition. They got rid of 2 tackles. They actually sent two of their tackles went to Atlanta, which doesn't say much, for the Falcons. But yeah, like they're relying on a backup that they had last year, Jalen Moore, who was a career backup in San Francisco before going to the Chiefs, and now was a backup last year and is going to be the right tackle for potentially Mahomes off an ACL tear and ACL plus. So this offensive line, obviously, there's going to be a big question mark at right tackle. At left guard, you have a player that I think also probably didn't play the best, but as a second-round pick from a couple years ago that probably has some more stock in the franchise, so he's going to play. But again, based on how that offensive line produced last year, I don't think they were good enough to not make any additions to. So when you factor in the addition of Kenneth Walker, you kind of have to think like, what is the impact going to be if Justin Fields is the quarterback and the offensive line isn't that good? Like,
they're sounding like he's going to play though.
Mahomes?
Week 1, yeah.
I mean, if he plays week 1, like that's fair. I hope that they're not rushing him back earlier than he needs to.
I hear what you're saying because it's only 9 months from the date everything got injured.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is kind of cutting it close.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're week 1, they're at home against Denver.
Yep.
Okay. If I were them and he's not 100%,
yeah,
I would just sit him.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
Because their first 2 games are home against Denver and Indy, and then they're at Miami and Vegas, and then they have a bye week.
Yeah.
You have the entire offseason to like install some nonsense for Justin Fields to try and get a couple wins out of your first 4 games.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. But part of me thinks he's just going to go out there and play it. Every update I've heard since the season ended was he's ahead of schedule with recovery, and they expect him to be out there.
No, same. I think offensively the whole pivot to me seems like they're going to be a running football team because like you're going to have a quarterback fresh off a knee injury. You've added no weapons. Like the biggest weapon they added in the air was a 5th-round pick Cyrus Allen. So you're talking about an offense that didn't get any additions in terms of the passing targets. The offensive line didn't get much better. Your quarterback might not be as mobile as possible. The Kenneth Walker addition being the only big move to me signals that this is going to be more of a running team next year. And the question for me is just going to be like, do they have the offensive line to be that kind of team? And I don't know that they do. So my thing about the Chiefs is just like, I think there's a bit of an identity issue here because if they just trot out this same old Kansas City offense where they play football with bad receivers and they try to make Mahomes make magic behind this offensive line off an ACL injury, I just don't think that that's going to go well. And we've seen how that went for a couple years now. And again, he's done magic, but I think that you only pivot, like you only add Kenneth Walker and nothing else if you plan to pivot a little bit. And then I don't know if they have the personnel up front to do that. So I have some questions about what this offense is going to look like next year.
Well, of course. How can you not? Like, they can't just run it back again for a 3rd season in a row of them not getting that much out of the offense.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. But shit.
Oh, hey, guys, guess what? Guess what?
Go ahead.
I passed my permit test.
You passed your permit test.
Well, now he's gonna be out there terrorizing the streets of Georgia.
Yo, I don't know why General said this 5 minutes ago, but he said don't go driving like you're in a GTA server.
He's talking about Rashee Rice?
Oh, it applies to you as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Congrats.
But yeah, congrats, man. Congrats. Defensively is where they made most of their additions, and I think this is kind of where, again, the two things go together. If you're planning to be a running team and you've added to your defense, like there is an identity shift happening here. But they added to the secondary. They got Alohi Gilman from Baltimore. They got a first round pick Mansour Delane, so like plug and play starter in the secondary. They got L'Jarius Sneed back from Tennessee. Apparently his knees are cooked, but like this is where he played his best ball in this scheme. And then first round and second round picks in the trenches as well. So a lot of fresh pieces on the defense. Obviously, they have a defensive coordinator that is like someone you can trust to get the job done. So I just think that like you're going to see a change to this team. I don't know how it's going to work. I expect the defense to be better, but at the same time, like there's still some issues with this team. Outside of Chris Jones, I don't like any of the defensive tackles outside of maybe their first round pick. So it's like your first round pick has to hit immediately. On the edge, like they had serious pass rushing issues. So your second round pick kind of has to hit immediately. I mean, I'm sure Mansour Delane and Alohi Gilman will help in the secondary, but this is also a secondary that lost Trent McDuffie. So they have to do stuff to just get back to where they were last year. I could see the Chiefs defense being better. But they had quite a bit to do anyways. So I don't know, like this is maybe the first time in a long time where I look at both sides of the Chiefs and I have question marks about both. Chris Jones is only getting older. There's a chance he's worse than last year. They have another starter in their 30s, one of their linebackers. Chiefs fans are complaining about Nick Bolton. This is like there's a pretty reasonable chance that this could be like a nine win team. This is not like the stacked Chiefs of the past.
Yeah.
Gilman getting passed around in the AFC for sure, man. Gilman went from team to team to team, but the thing is like he did play decent in Baltimore, because I think the Chargers had safeties, like they weren't necessarily in need. I expect the Chiefs to kind of just be like above average. It feels like that's what's going to happen. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they'll definitely be a little bit better than last year. I mean, last year only 6-11, but I don't think they'll be like how they like 13 win teams. I think they'll be probably between the 7 or 9 win team.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you got the Broncos that you're competing with that are kind of getting young and rebuilding, and they're already better, and then the Chargers too. So it's like, you know,
they have a lot of tough away games in the middle of the season.
Yeah. Don't they play in Los Angeles?
I mean, they do technically in Los Angeles twice, but at Seattle, at Denver, at Atlanta, at Buffalo, at the Rams, and at the Bengals, all between week 7 and 14.
Jeez.
Yeah, so like
Mahomes, get healthy quick.
I don't know. It's interesting. Like you would think, oh yeah, they'll be good, and you look at the schedule, and it's like, well, if I consider them playing the Broncos and Chargers twice as go either way, at Seattle, at Buffalo, at the Rams, I think they could and should be underdogs. Definitely. I consider at Cincy and at Atlanta go either way as well.
Yeah.
I've just listed 6 go either way, and they should be underdogs in 3 of them. Yeah. And I'm not even at the end of the schedule. They're home against the Patriots and the Niners and at the Chargers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see the Chiefs losing 7 games pretty easily. Maybe even I could see them being 9-8, 8-9.
It just kind of feels like a 9-8 team, man. They're in transition in a lot of key spots. They're asking a lot from some older players. They're literally relying. 2 of their more important pieces on offense are coming off of major knee injuries. It feels like this is a team that's going to have a 500 year, and there's going to be a hard reset in terms of identity going into the year after. But yeah, we're good to move to the next team.
Alrighty.
Yes, sir.
All right, next team we got the Chargers. We got Generals Chargers. So offensively, like the big change is actually like the coach, right? So they went to Mike McDaniel. In terms of what they did from a personnel standpoint, they got a brand new interior of the offensive line. there's a couple so the guard that they got from Miami, I don't think he's good. The center they got from Washington is functional. Then they drafted a second round pick in the middle. But yeah, no, most of this is like they got Keaton Mitchell from the Ravens. They got Alec Ingold from Miami, Cole Strange from Miami. So this is just Harbaugh and McDaniel getting their homies, which is kind of just what the Harbaughs are about. But no, the big thing for me is just what is this offense going to look like with a very different offensive coordinator. They didn't have either of their offensive tackles last year, so there's a lot from last year you kind of just have to throw out. The offensive line should be very different. The guy calling the plays is going to be very different. And then even at the running back spot, they had a bunch of different random committees. They still have Vidal. Hampton was still coming on as a first round pick, as like a rookie. You have Keaton Mitchell. You add into things. Yeah, it's going to require some imagination to see what this is going to be like offensively. I think that what I would question is like Mike McDaniel is going from having like great deep threats in Miami, absolutely
the Gucciest deep threats you could ever have, to Ladd McConkey and fucking Quentin Johnston.
Yes, like he's. I don't think he has bad receivers. He just has very, very different receivers, and I think a big part of what Miami looked like.
He has like purely possession guys.
Yep, big part of what they look like is that offense was playing in tons of space, and a lot of these concepts to layer like crossing routes over the middle of the field were opened up by the fact that you can have these deep threats pushing the safeties 30 yards down the field. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what this looks like. One thing I do expect to work is I expect their running game to be effective. I like Hampton as a back a lot. The offensive line has to be better unless they all get injured again. So I expect this to be a good ground game. And the question mark for me is just how effective of a passing game it's going to be. Another thing to go for why they should be an effective ground game is that they got Charlie Kolar. So again, just more Harbaugh people getting their people on the team. So
I'm guessing it'll be a lot of 2 tight end stuff and running out of those sets.
Yes. So with Charlie Kolar, a new offensive line, a Marion Hampton going into year 2, I think this is going to be a very good rushing attack, and that should make things easier for Herbert. I just think that like if there's a team that could make a trade, this team making a trade for a deep threat could really like bring everything together.
That's not a John Harbaugh move, but like we can talk about it. That will not happen.
No, so this is the thing, right? A lot of things that you would typically say are Mike McDaniel things aren't Harbaugh things, right? Like there's a kind of interesting like meshing of 2 different worlds that's happening with this team. And then again, it's just like sometimes I get here and I tell you about how a lot of what we saw from last year for a team applies this year. This is not the case for the Chargers. This is going to be a completely different team. I expect the offense to be good though. Like I don't think Mike McDaniel will put out a bad product offensively.
Oh, I think they should have a top 12 offense.
Yes.
Pretty easily.
Easily.
Mainly because I believe in their ability to run the ball.
Yep.
And I would never sit here and say Mike McDaniel can't scheme in 2026 better than Greg Roman. I would never say that, like a passing attack.
Yep.
I don't expect it to be like incredible, but I think they'll have a pretty consistently good offense, probably be top 12 in yards, maybe like top 10 in points.
Mm-hmm. We're looking at a pretty good offense going into next year. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, this is where I'm a little scared because this team didn't really add much. Again, 1 free agent, which was a nose tackle to replace somebody that they lost that I think was better. They lost their nose tackle to the Rams, I believe. And then a bunch of draft picks here. Akeem Mesidor from the University of Miami. Somebody that they're going to need considering that they have Khalil Mack and Bud Dupree. Like you have very old edge rushers. And then 4th and 5th round picks here. The big departure, though, is obviously they lost Minter and they replaced him with a coach from Central Michigan. So while I'm very excited about what the Chargers offense could be, kind of concerned about what this defense is going to be because the coaching drop-off is massive. Obviously, Harbaugh is still the person that runs the show, but he does pretty heavily rely on defensive coordinators, especially someone like Minter. Minter was somebody that was hyped in NFL circles for a long time, like at least 2+ years, somebody that was heavily relied on. Maybe this guy from Central Michigan is good, but I just think that there's a chance that the scheme drops off quite a bit. And something that I always talk about is that if you're showing up as basically the same personnel, teams are going to have a pretty good understanding of what you like to do and who you are. So I just think that if you have a coach that's less effective at like counterpunching to what teams pick up about this personnel, this defense could struggle. So I mean, like, individually on paper, I like some of the pieces. Like I like Henley, Khalil Mack was still effective last year. But like you look at I like Derwin James, but there's guys in the secondary that I'm not sure are like great football players. Tony Jefferson is old as hell. Molden, Cam Hart, Taheem Steele.
Respect the East Lake legend. All right, don't do that.
Yo, respect the East Lake legend for sure. However, we are talking about somebody born in
East Lake High School's finest, man. Don't do this.
Oh man, 34-year-old Tony Jefferson. I hope
don't do this, bro.
Well,
be nice.
But yeah, I could see the defense falling off. So something I talked about like around draft.
One of my friends from college, her older sister went to high school with Tony Jefferson.
Oh hell yeah! The thing I heard about Tony Jefferson once is that while he was making a free agency decision, he changed his the uniforms on Madden to see how he looked in each uniform.
Yeah.
So, no, look, we respect Tony Jefferson, but what we might not respect is this defense.
Hey man, I'm still got it. All right, don't
worry. He was messing. Yeah, put him in his face. No disrespect. But nah, man,
what the hell?
This team is going to be
bro, we're scooping 5 picks this year. Don't chat to us.
Wait,
no problem. We get 5 more. Don't talk to us.
All right, man. We'll run a Tony Jefferson watch whenever we watch the Chargers.
Look, man, Tony Jefferson is one of my favorite players. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, when he gets a pick, but the defense gave up 35 points, and he's like, "Y'all lost, not me."
Yeah, it's the last 5-4, scored all 4, man. That's what we're on.
But yeah, I mean, look, I think we might be pointing that out a lot because I just think that this defense is gonna let the offense down, if anything. This team is gonna be a great watch for casuals, man. Like if you just want to watch as a neutral a good football game.
I don't know if I've ever been able to say that about the Chargers.
I know.
I still don't know if that's true, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, if the offense is good and the defense is bad, you're going to get points. Like you're going to get points in not quite a Cincinnati.
I know, but like I just don't know if that's ever been true about the Chargers. Like this is good to watch for casuals. Like that seems weird to say.
It feels off, and it feels off about a Harbaugh team. Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like shit. I don't
know. But yeah, no. Like again, if the coordinator is good and they get some good productivity from these guys, then yeah, they might just be a good team. But I think you're going to see Bengals light.
Yep.
But yeah, we good to go to the Raiders?
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell yeah! All right, this team. I mean, I don't even know. Like, all right, where do we start? First of all, apparently they plan to start Kirk Cousins. I kind of just don't believe it. Like, I think that might last a week or two. I think.
Why would they do that?
Why would they
sit Mendoza for a year?
Why?
No. So
he's
here's
24.
Right. I agree. I like this is not the kind of quarterback that I think you need to sit and let like grow and develop. He's 24. So their head coach is Kubiak, who just was in charge of the Seahawks offense. Obviously credited with making everybody's life easier, particularly Sam Darnold's. But if he's capable of cooking up the way that they said he is, like I'm sure he can make for Mendoza's life like not that complicated. The issue more is the personnel. And my thing is like if they're gonna play Kirk Cousins, I feel like the idea would be like let him just sit there and take the punishment that's gonna come with playing behind this offensive line. But like I don't know, you got Linderbaum for a reason. You have a coach that can scheme things up. And I just think that you can't lie to a locker room. You can only lie to a locker room for so long. So I think Mendoza is going to see the field. As an offense, I hate the receiving group here. Jalen Naylor from Minnesota, I think is lined up to be like their wide receiver 1, barring a random free agency signing. Like, I don't know if they plan to bring in a Deebo Samuel or a Stephon Diggs, but I don't even necessarily know how much that moves the needle anyways. This is probably just not going to be a good receiving core. Like, they're back to the same spot last year where it's Bowers and Genty against the world. And yeah, it's just they happen to have Linderbaum blocking in front of them in this case. But you're still talking about having the right guard and right tackle that they had last year. The left guard they got from San Francisco. I'm never a fan of signing offensive linemen from San Francisco because they tend to not be that good. They're just great scheme fits. And maybe he's a great scheme fit in this offense too, considering that Kubiak runs a lot of the similar stuff that Shanahan did. But I don't know. Like, I don't think this offense is going to be good. They have a chance to be a touch better because they're probably going to get some. I mean, it's a question mark whether they get better quarterback play. But the clear addition is Linderbaum, and that's it. So I expect outside of Linderbaum and Kubiak, there's not a clear upgrades to this offense, and I think you're going to see some more struggle ball from this team.
I saw this like tweet, like, because I get emails like from like about the NFL like events that happen, and I saw this tweet that said Mendoza was like seeing similarities from Clint Kubiak and his head coach at Indiana.
I mean, so that would make sense. Like, I think if the Raiders are doing some of the stuff he did in Indiana to like bridge the gap, that would make a lot of sense. And I'm pretty sure that that's what you like. That's what they would be doing for the person to say for whatever. Was it Mendoza that said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, for him to say that. Like, I'm sure they're doing things to make things comfortable for him. But just at the end of the day, like, push comes to shove, Sunday at 1:00 when he has to step on the field with these guys, like, I just think things are going to go wrong.
Yeah, and they don't have any primetime games this year.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. They definitely need another year to build this roster. Just there's not enough here. They could probably start at the offensive line so that you can at least get as much as you can possibly get out of Genty. But no, I expect this to not go well. On the defensive side of things, I don't even know who their defensive coordinator is. Hold on. This coaching staff got put together with Rob Leonard. I don't know who that is. Promoted to the what? All right, I'm gonna do a quick history lesson on this Rob Leonard person. Oh, he was on the Raiders last year? Oh, damn. Well, I think he's probably the coach because they put this coaching staff together after the Super Bowl where everybody's coaching staffs were already filled. So, I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like they have a strong defensive coach. From a personnel standpoint, they still have Max Crosby. They made some free agent additions. Like, I think they made good moves in free agency to just get like steady football players. But they obviously needed more than that. So I think like their moves brought their floor up a little bit defensively, but this is still going to be a bad team top to bottom. They get to, but
they might as well just hope they can get to like 6 wins or whatever.
Yep.
Have one of those culture seasons or whatever they want to call them 5 years from now.
No, exactly. That's exactly what this year is shaping up to be.
The thing I don't understand about this is why would you start Kirk Cousins when week 1 you're playing Miami, week 3 you're playing the Saints?
Yeah, no, you're right.
They're winnable games, bro.
You should be taking those opportunities to let him play ball.
Absolutely. Like, there's a Jets game in there. There's a Browns game,
Cardinals
game, and an Arizona game. Like, you have like 6 very, very winnable games.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Yeah. You never know. Week 18, Kansas City might be eliminated already. You can go get another win. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Start who you want. I don't care. I'm not a Raiders fan, but
neither.
Drafting a quarterback number 1 for the first time since Jamarcus Russell, and then benching that quarterback for Kirk Cousins, would probably feel like getting kicked in the nuts.
100%.
It's the same thing when we signed Kirk Cousins and then we drafted Michael Penix for no reason.
Hey, man, now you got Tua.
Silence. Yo, okay, real quick, before we pivot, you brought up Tua. Somebody sent a super chat to Shannon Sharp, Ocho, and Joe Johnson's show saying, start bench cut. Tua is your team's franchise quarterback. taking a shit on a porta potty in a 100-degree day, and eating ass. That was the start bench cut. And they had a hard.
I'm cutting Tua. That's for sure, because like that's actually long term.
Yo, it's the thing. That's
Terrible.
what I'm saying. The other two things are moments, right?
Yeah.
Tua, that's a few months of pain.
Yeah. The other things are moments in life.
I'm definitely benching taking a shit in a 100-degree porta potty.
Same.
Because like I've done that.
No, I haven't necessarily done that, but California.
I've for sure done that, dude.
Neither have I.
It sucks, but like it sucks for like 2 minutes and it's over.
Yep. No, I feel like that question was a no-brainer, but they were struggling with it, and I was dying. But man, Tua, like that's gonna be my format from now on. When you're shitting on a player,
That's silly.
Yeah, Tua being your franchise quarterback, easily the worst one there.
Yeah,
like
silly.
if that's not cut for you, you just don't care about your team.
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
Like that will get people fired. That would change the landscape of your franchise.
100%.
The other two like don't really matter.
Okay, what the hell? So in predicting other teams' outcomes, we fell into this for these teams. What the hell? Why are the Chiefs 5-1? Who are they beating? Okay, the Chiefs are beating the Colts, the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Falcons, losing to the Bills and beating the Patriots. I don't hate that. Like I'm okay with those outcomes.
For me, I have them like splitting with Denver and Los Angeles.
If I think about it now, like I could see them losing to the Colts, maybe but also Daniel Jones isn't healthy either. Daniel Jones against Patrick Mahomes in week 2, bro, both quarterbacks limping. That's nasty hoops right there. That is disgusting football.
Daniel Jones will be healthy after Patrick Mahomes is healthy.
This is disgusting. That's
Daniel Jones did his Achilles, bro.
Yeah.
Mahomes just tore up his knee.
Fuck, man.
Daniel Jones is also a mobile quarterback.
Exactly. That's a big part of his game.
That's like the biggest part of his game.
Yep.
Like his whole gimmick was being a sneaky athletic white.
Yep.
Now we can't do that.
Yo, I do remember. This was early in our streaming days of like Sarcasm City NFL shows, but we stumbled into realizing that Daniel Jones fits the black quarterback stereotype more than any black quarterback ever has. Like he's perfect.
In the alternate universe, Daniel Jones is a middling black quarterback.
Yep.
I promise you.
Yep.
He's put together 2 half seasons of oh my god, that boy nice.
Yep.
One of them ended by injury. And now like he just gets a finessing third contract. But like if you think about it, everybody hates Tua. And Tua led the league in passing yards this season. All right.
That one of those years in Miami? Yeah, I think so.
70 bomb.
That season, yeah.
It was either passing yards or touchdowns he led the league in.
Something like that.
Anyways, Daniel Jones has never led the league in a category.
No.
But hey, man, it's all good.
Was there a 4.2?
I don't live there.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I don't live there, bro. Maybe if it was, prayers for them, but like
too far away.
South California.
For the aftershocks.
Oh, bro.
Okay. How do we have the Chiefs faring against the Broncos in this season? Is that
split?
Week 1, Broncos win.
Yes, split.
Are we saying Broncos sweep though? When is the next game? The next game is. Do we think the Broncos sweep them? I think they could.
I mean, they could possibly.
I think they do.
Yeah.
Okay, we go Broncos split. Do we think the Chiefs
split with the Raiders?
I don't know. I think they sweep the Raiders.
Well, I mean, depends on like how Peter said. Like, you never know. Like week 18 when the Chiefs get eliminated.
Well,
the Raiders could get eliminated.
Are the Chiefs going to be in playoff position in week 18 or no?
Maybe.
The thing is, bro, I think I've seen some crazy teams in wild card races. I think they'll be in a wild card race.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they're losing to the Chargers in week 17 and beating the Raiders week 18 then.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we say they split with the Chargers, or do they get swept there as well?
Split.
They split. So
So
they're getting swept by the Chargers and the Broncos, and they're just ass.
Yeah.
I think they're sweeping the Raiders.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because I think Kirk Cousins might be starting that game.
Seahawks over Chiefs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seahawks are taking them to God. Sorry.
Okay, Chiefs over Cardinals.
Yes.
Yep.
Of course.
I got the Rams.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bengals, late season Bengals,
This is right when they turn it up and try and get in wild card form.
Yeah, I
give
got
the
the
Bengals
Bengals.
a win.
Yes.
And then give the 49ers a win.
Niners.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs beat the Niners.
I'm thinking about it though. Brock Purdy, this weather in Kansas City.
Yep. No chance,
true.
brothers.
I guess true. Yeah.
Okay, we got the Chiefs 10
10
wins. That feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see if they make it, I guess. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Next team. We'll do the Chargers. Okay, so the Chargers, we have them sweeping the Raiders, right?
Yes.
Actually, before I do that, let's look at the rest of the outcomes.
It can split.
Yeah.
We have them losing to the Bills.
Do we? Is that what it says up there? That's not what it says.
This is from the other divisions.
I'm beating the Bills.
So this is from the other divisions. We can flip these, but like tentatively right now, they're beating the Dolphins.
No, let's just start at the top. Let's start at the top. 'Cause I don't know about this whole Chargers go beat the Bills gimmick.
Okay, so easy dubs week 1 and week 2.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I think they're losing those next 2 games.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
And then I think they're winning week 5. And I think they lose week 6.
Yeah. Lose week 8.
They're going to lose week 8.
Lose week 9. They're going to lose week 10.
The Houston defense still sent that dude to visit God.
Yep.
Lose week 10. Hardball ball.
I think they're going to lose to the Ravens. I don't know if the Patriots beat them. I don't know if I agree with that, dude.
We can flip that. So, I mean, the Patriots and Bills both lost a game here, so that evens out.
Yeah.
Give them...
I think they'll beat the Bucks because the Bucks have no serious home field advantage.
Yeah.
Do I think
the
the
49ers
just beat them? No. Actually, yeah, no. And then I think the last week they beat the Broncos because the Broncos aren't playing for anything.
Sheesh. Okay.
Does that mean the Chargers sweep the Broncos? Sure.
We'll do the Broncos. We can flip it if it needs to be flipped later. But
okay, sure.
How do we have them
win
against the Niners?
Give them a loss against the Niners.
Let's say the Niners beat them.
Yeah.
They are a 10-win team as well.
10-win team.
Okay.
I do the Broncos.
Okay, Broncos get the week 1 and 2 dubs from what we have filled out already.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
okay, Rams, Niners.
I think they lose to the Rams because it's not cold yet in Denver.
I think they beat the Niners.
I think they beat the Niners. I think they lose to the
Seahawks.
I think they beat the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I agree with those two.
I think they sweep the Raiders.
Yeah.
Dude, is this a classic Pittsburgh culture win here?
Lose to Pittsburgh.
We can do that. We can do that. Bo Nix, I don't know, just fucking start slipping around in
also
that field.
I think that's Black Friday in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
The day after Thanksgiving. So.
We'll take Pittsburgh there.
Okay,
Just
Dolphins,
a funny
Jets.
Pittsburgh spot.
Holy shit, this Dolphins, Jets, Raiders part, like that's the time of the season you get healthy.
Yep.
And then Bills, Patriots.
Bills, Patriots.
So they're like 13-4?
12 and 5.
12-5, I think.
Okay, cool.
So, hold on. We'll fucking power through the Raiders before we take and 12. All right.
We have not picked the Raiders, but
okay, hold
on.
We
didn't get to pick the Raiders. Who gives a shit games, really?
Okay, so here's the thing. Going into this, we got them like based on our.
I think assuming Miami will beat them is correct if Cousins plays.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay with the first 5 games. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
I think they beat the Jets.
I'm not okay with them losing to the Jets.
Yeah, they beat the Jets.
We can flip that. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Was this the part of the season where we had the Jets winning games? Remember we highlighted their path to 4-4?
Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
Swing
Okay.
it back. Swing it back. Swing it back.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing really bad. Raiders.
Beat the Browns.
Okay.
All right,
Raiders.
we have to beat the Browns, otherwise we're on like 0-16. Watch.
No,
Or
this
beat
is fucked, bro.
bro.
Oh,
Beat the Cardinals.
they can beat the Cardinals.
Are we? Are they winning 2 games?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Fucking
That's fine.
So the
2
thing.
games, bro.
Yo,
Losing to the Titans.
So this shit refreshed after we did the AFC North. This is what we have from everything else plugged in. We can finish that out if you want. But in the AFC right now, we got the Texans going 13-4 because their division is ass. This team going 12-5. Bills going 12-5. Although in hindsight, what I'll say is that the Bills' schedule is ridiculous considering that they have 4 games against these 2 fucking teams, right? And they have, I think, another easy division as well. So there's going to be an artificially inflated record in this division. This one too. But yeah, no, the other 2 divisions, Baltimore right now 10-1 after the 11 games picked. So these 5 games are all reasonable. I don't think it'll happen.
I could see the Ravens losing to like the Saints. Actually, no. Harbaugh's gone. The emotional letdown will not happen. I believe Jesse Minter. I believe in you.
Possibly lose to the Cowboys.
No, so the only loss we have, the only loss we have is the Bills.
That would royally piss me off too.
But then W's against. This is the thing. We have. When you predict other teams and you see Baltimore on the schedule, you're just like, that makes sense as a loss, right? Like, there's a lot of teams here where it's like Tampa, Houston, Chargers, Jaguars, like a run of teams where it's like, if Baltimore knocks all these teams off, then it's like, holy shit, this is a Super Bowl contender, right? Like,
yeah,
if you're winning these kind of games. So, like, I don't know if it'll happen this way.
We're definitely losing a game to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and Cincinnati.
Sure.
So
scroll down a little bit.
Hold
That's
up.
all the games.
Just what we have 14-3. You wanted to scroll down. So here's
scroll down. Okay, so scroll up. This pocket of these 4 games.
Yeah.
I don't actually think we're winning all 4 of these.
How's them lose to the Texans?
Nah, bro.
No,
that makes the Texans
that was
like
not what I was
15-2.
gonna say, bro.
No, that makes the Texans like 15-2, bro.
Fine.
That was not what I was gonna say. Mainly because I just don't like. I don't actually believe in CJ Stroud's ability to dead ass beat a Jesse Minter defense.
Oh, yeah. Have them lose to the Panthers then.
I would believe that ahead of losing to the Texans. So Panthers, we can swap the Panthers game.
Panthers, I'm with that. Panthers, I'm with that. Hold
because every team in that division is 7-10.
Hold on. I have to show you where we ended up in that division before we finish up. But okay, the Ravens right now are 13-4. I think that's possible.
Oh, for sure.
So in this universe, we with a 13-4 Ravens team. Bengals 9-4. We got to sort this out. Because I'm okay with the giving them credit for heating up towards the end. So beating the Colts, Panthers, Chiefs,
Saints, lose to the Browns,
Commanders, all of this is fair, right? Okay, but there's 2 matchups.
They're losing to the Browns in week 13 and then winning in week 18.
Yes, that's all fair. Yo, this Bengals fucking schedule is easy. We'll split against the Steelers.
Sure.
And that leaves them at 11-6.
Jesus.
And this is including them starting 0-4. Hold on, bro. What the fuck? Okay, hold on.
If you look at it.
No, but this is super reasonable.
Okay, swap the Falcons game then.
Yeah, swap the Falcons game. Yeah.
Okay, 10-7 after starting 0-4 feels better.
Swap the Falcons game. Scroll down a little bit.
Swap
the Commanders.
I don't know about that.
Do the Saints.
Actually, the Commanders might be ass. Swap the Saints game.
Saints
could possibly be good.
Saints, I can hear that. 9-8 after starting 0-4. You want to swap something in the beginning of the year? Because 0-4.
Yeah, I was going to swap something in the beginning. Swap the Bengals-Texans game.
Ooh, okay. That feels early for the Bengals, though. I was going to say week 4.
Yeah, against the Jaguars.
No.
They beat the
No.
Jaguars
Are
last
they
year.
done
Though.
starting 0-2 as a franchise? Because if they're done, then they're done.
Yeah, I think they're done.
Okay.
The new rage is 1-3, baby.
Damn.
Okay, so now they're 10-7 and like a wild card team, maybe.
Yes.
I guess we'll find. Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm kind of cool with that.
And then
Okay.
Pittsburgh has to
Pittsburgh
win.
is-
Pittsburgh's gonna stink. I don't know if I'm cool with this anymore. Okay, so I agree with the first three. They're beating.
They're losing to the
Cleveland
Browns.
Hold on.
in one of these games.
Hold on. No, Cleveland's getting the Thursday night game. Short week.
Yep.
Annual shit right here. Okay. Beating the Colts, losing to the Bucks, losing to the Saints, beating the Browns.
I don't know if they lose to the Saints, dude.
Yeah,
We
neither
can
do
flip
I.
that. We can flip that.
Yes.
Losing to the Bengals,
Eagles, Broncos, Texans is terrible.
That's nasty.
I remember actually having this conversation with you about the middle of their schedule now that you show it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see why there's so many bad results here. Okay, swap the Panthers game. That was
Yeah.
probably just us hating.
Yeah.
All right, what does that put them at?
So what are they, 8-9 now?
9-8.
9-8.
Okay, that's cool. That's just kind of what they are.
Yeah.
Browns have defaulted to 2-15. I'm okay with that.
Only 2
Yeah,
wins.
because they're going to start just Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Start Deshaun Watson, no Myles Garrett. Bro, you are a 2-15 team.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a bad thing at all.
For sure. Okay, so look at this beauty. No, we didn't try to do this. It just happened.
Wait. What were we cooking, man?
Bro, look at all
What were we cooking up?
Look at all the
What did we look at the power of friendship in this division?
Yeah.
Yo,
Everybody's
look at-
10 record is
10
the
lost teams going to the
same.
playoffs.
Bro, it was 7-10 by the way before we did anything, and then look at all the results we flipped of like the Saints, the Falcons, the Panthers.
Because we put the Falcons at 6-11. Remember?
Yeah,
This is so perfect. Let's just go to the Falcons schedule, man. Let's just change one game. Let's be nice.
I think they beat the Vikings.
Sure. I don't even know where that game is. I don't even
Oh
know if
no,
the game's on there.
this we had a pretty like this a pretty strong back and forth about this. We can fucking give them the win against the Vikings if
Yes.
you want.
8-9
All right,
wins
baby.
division.
Welcome to the playoffs.
Yeah. All right.
Tua
There you go.
turned the ball over.
So who's the number 5 seed in the NFC?
We haven't haven't
It's-
done this division yet. This division got
Oh,
reset as well.
Okay, so we can leave it whenever you guys want. Whenever you guys want to do it.
All right, next
Yeah, so-
week we'll finish off these last 2 divisions and we'll
Alrighty.
we'll finish up the NFL. That I will say though, Packers 10-2, that is too much.
I don't like that.
Yeah, we got to get the Grossi Posse down one game.
Okay, no, okay. I think the Lions have a very, in terms of the matchups, based on finishing like they finished what, 3rd or whatever. They have some really good matchups. That's what I remember realizing. But yeah, Cardinals 0-10. We will find your wins, maybe. Mind you, Jacoby Brissett still is not willing to show up. That hold up.
Bueno.
0 wins.
Hey, if they play Carson Beck, that's on the table.
Mm.
That's on the table.
But aren't they trying to tank to get the first round pick though?
I mean, it would
Do
fucking.
what with it?
It would seem like it, but I don't know. I don't think year 1 coaches with year 4 GMs necessarily do
Are
that.
trying to tank openly.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll finish that up next week, people. The AFC, you know what? I'll say this: the AFC looks kind of reasonable. Like this as a top 7, Chiefs. Oh man, Patriots out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
First
That
year.
would be so fucking perfect, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I would take that playoff bracket right now. You'd have
Oh,
Broncos, Chiefs,
Chiefs, yeah.
Texans, Chargers for like the 50th time.
Yes, that's heritage
Bills,
right there.
Bengals.
Mhm.
I would take that right now. That would be so
Yeah.
funny.
This
Ravens
wild card
first
round
seed.
is heritage right here, man.
But we would have to
Yeah.
play the freaking Seahawks.
Yeah,
No,
probably
that's
not.
not done yet. That's not done. Yet.
Probably not.
It's either the
Probably
Seahawks
not.
or the North.
I'll say this. I definitely. Oh, you know what though? Rams, Seahawks. Somebody being a 5 seed is nasty. Although,
It's the same thing with
That's
Minnesota
literally
and
how it works. That's
Detroit.
literally what happened last year.
Yeah,
yo,
or-
oh man, Atlanta, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll finish this
that
up next week.
happens, bro. If you're the 4 seed, you're going to be the home underdog. That's what it is.
You are
Yeah.
getting sent to God.
It's the same thing. Pittsburgh last year. They were.
Hey, we have Bears at 9 wins. That feels like too much to me, but that's a different topic for another time.
Yes.
Mhm.
Next week, people will finish this up. It's the last division. We are going to do the NFC West
Mhm.
Super Bowl champions, Myles Garrett. Lot to talk about, and we'll do it next week. Take care. Same time, same place. We're
See you
out.
guys.